That ear-piercing scream is an unruly child on a transatlantic flight.
Poor kids. There must be some better ways to travel with them, right? There are 4 things I can think about right now. Let's get right to it. Number 1, location. It's always about location, location, location. Not all holiday spots are kids friendly, of course, and will definitely help yourself if you choose the right location from the start. You should ask yourself this question first: will the kids enjoy it? Is it easy to commute around the area? Of course you can, but is there a better location? My second point: research on that area where you're going on environmental challenges. I'm talking about those air pollution, noise pollution. There are some countries with a lot of this, especially with busy cities. There's smog, there's haze, and everything. So it might not be the right place to bring your kids when they're very young. The third point is regarding those common sicknesses and like COVID. Yeah, I know COVID is somewhat over for adults, but just look into the country you're visiting. We don't tend to worry about it anymore, but if you bring in the little ones, it would be a good idea. Just bring those flu or fever medicines just in case. This last point is a bit debatable. It's a hit or miss. I'm talking about those cities or countries which about 70 or 80% is based on historical landmarks and museums, which I love, by the way. And kids may not value the information, the history, and all these artifacts from the museums yet, right? So they just get bored, they get cranky, and maybe cry all the way, and that's not what you want from your trip. Yeah, so these are the basic points to research on when planning for your location. From experience, I think a good start would be cities or countries with theme parks, water theme parks, indoor playgrounds, zoos, even beach resorts. It's definitely enjoyable for the kids. So choose wisely and get those flights booked soon. Just some additional info on the location. Do also check on attraction closures. There will always be intermittent closures due to renovations or upgrades whatsoever. You don't want to be going there knowing maybe the kids section is closed or this animal enclosure is under repair. So have a look online first. Number 2, accommodation and transport. Okay, let's say you have picked your destination and you already booked your flight. Next will be your hotel, your arrival at the airport, your transport to the hotel, and also your general movement. The easy way, of course, is to rent a car, get the taxi or the airport van, they call it. There are some more cost-effective ways from the airport usually, like those fast-track trains. There are also those normal buses to the city center, which actually I do like a lot. This because not only because it's affordable, but it just reduces some hassle. You just get a ticket counter. Usually it's just outside the airport. Just get a ticket, throw your luggage in, your prams in, and hop in. You usually get a seat after that. For some of the trains that you need to go to the city center, this is quite a distance in the airport that you usually have to travel with all your luggage. So in my opinion, I will usually take the buses outside the airport. Okay, for hotels, for convenience sake, please don't book a hotel in the middle of nowhere just to save a few bucks. Find a hotel which is actually accessible to some easy modes of transportation like the subway. Yeah, I like to book a hotel which actually has this free shuttle service. Some hotels has it. It's not a lot of them, but some hotels have this shuttle service to bring different parts of the city, which is actually very convenient. It saves some transport money as well. Yeah, I also recommend those hop on and hop off buses. You see those cities, some cities have those red buses that brings a few attractions in the city. Yeah, that is actually very helpful if you're planning to visit the attractions without actually planning which is the nearest bus stop, which is the nearest subway station to it. Yeah, so it's also save some time if you bring the kids. Yeah, if you're going to theme parks like Disneyland, usually a lot of hotels have this direct shuttle service to Disneyland, so you need to research on that as well. Alright, so much for transport. Now let's talk about the attractions. Usually hotels have the activities right there in the receptionist that you can book right away on the spot, depending on the availability and as well as the season you're going. But if you book early through online agencies like Klook.com or Viator.com, you might get a better deal through online discounts and credit card discounts. Yeah, so I know it's a lot to plan for any trip, let alone with the kids. But you're nearly there. Now for the important part, let us plan for the kiddos themselves. Number 3, kids essentials. Okay, first of all, let's talk about travel documentation. Make sure your passports and your visas are all in place. Your hotel bookings, your tour bookings, everything is online now, paperless. So get those PDFs and the screenshots all well organized on the phone. And if you have special needs kids or kids that require special assistance, make sure you use the DPNA code. Check with your respective airlines. Go inside the website, check for the DPNA. I am sure you are able to provide the request 48 hours before your flights. DPNA stands for Disabled Passenger with Intellectual or Development Disability Needing Assistance. Every child deserves to travel no matter what the circumstances are. So hopefully this DPNA will be a good experience, make things easier for the little ones. And for hotels, if you require baby cribs or hive seats, anything whatsoever just like that, please make sure you check with the hotel in advance. Yeah, it goes without saying the standard diapers, formula milk, cereals, all these are the main requirements. You please remember to pack a little extra, including their favorite snacks or chocolates or whatever that they like. It's always good to get accommodation near all these mini mart, like those 24 hours 7-Eleven just in case. And also, if you are able to research any kids-friendly restaurant nearby your accommodation, that would be the best case scenario. Yeah, for clothes, of course, you try to pack the clothes depending on the weather. Winter jackets for winter, the fall, and also the pack light for the summer. But no matter what, just bring extra. During long flights or road trips, it can get chilly for some kids. And the subject of long flights, the best scenario is booking a flight based on the kids' sleep time. So if you're able to book a night flight, that's the best because they just sleep the night through. But if it's a day flight, infants, toddlers, they need to be occupied, right? So you know your kid well. You know what they like during playtime. Their toys, their Legos, or tablets with games. Make sure you bring whatever comfortable. And do note that kids, they don't acknowledge yet that Wi-Fi may not be available on board. So I suggest to download those nursery rhyme videos, YouTube videos directly to your tablet. And also during taking off, landing, some of us tend to experience ear pains, ear discomfort. Yeah, it can be very painful for the kids. So, we used to give ask the kids to chew some sweets to reduce some pain. But I think now they sell some kids ear plugs just for this purpose. So try to check it out online for the ear plugs if it helps. And for road trips, it will also be advisable to take some breaks along the journey for your kids to at least have a rest, stretch, and move around a bit. In terms of health and safety, better to research on any necessary vaccinations to be taken prior to your flight. I think there might be some countries that require extra vaccinations like the Middle East and Africa, so better consult with your local health authorities on that. And also, I think I mentioned during the location site that to bring those common illnesses medication like flu, fever, sore throat, cough. I would like to add in also skin ointment or skin medication for some kids who have sensitive skin. They might be very sensitive to new environment, so it would be a good idea to bring that skin lotion as well. For summer trips, also bring some sunscreen for some sun protection. And I think if it helps, do also research on local health authorities numbers. And also when you booking that hotel, it would be a good idea to also research the nearby pharmacies just in case. Okay, all, we have nearly come to the end of the video. The last topic will be number 4, expectations. Okay, on planning on your expectations, understand that your schedule may need to be adjusted for the kids. Be prepared for any unexpected challenges along the way and acknowledge that things may not go exactly as how you wanted it to be. And also, importantly, stay calm if you go through any hiccups along the way. Okay, I didn't include scenarios such as sudden political tensions or natural disasters because all these are very unexpected and in some ways it's uncontrollable to plan ahead, right? So on other occasions, I believe that these 4 main topics that we have discussed is the main baseline plan to travel with your kids. Do always remember your child is unique in their own way and you just need to embrace the experience with them. So I hope this video is of value to you. If you enjoy it, please give it a like. And if you're new, please consider to subscribe for more travel videos. Thank you and have a great time traveling with the kids.